Have you noticed yourself feeling different lately? Maybe your emotions feel stronger, you're exhausted for no reason, maybe you feel disconnected from people, old habits, and even the version of yourself used to be. A lot of people are experiencing what many call ascension symptoms or spiritual awakening symptoms right now. And the truth is, this can feel very confusing, overwhelming, and lonely if you don't understand what's happening. So in this video, I want to talk about how to navigate life during the spiritual ascension, how to stay grounded during intense energy shifts. So if you've been stuck, you've been struggling for the last few years, which I know a lot of people are, then trust me, this video is going to be for you. Hope you guys are all doing good. Now, overall, I would say a lot of people, when they become more aware of things, they get to see things. They see things that they're not used to seeing. And when you see things that you're not used to seeing, you see patterns, you see loops, you see people looping, you see people going through difficult times, or maybe you're going through hard times. It can feel really rough. Empaths are sensitive, and there's people that are weather sensitive. There's people that are weather sensitive. There's people that are, they're sensitive to everything around them. They're empaths. They're sensitive to weather. There's people that are just sensitive to everything going on the planet. There's people like that. And trust me, when you have a connection to everything around you and you feel more than the average person, it is difficult to navigate life. And when we have your consciousness ascending, you getting wiser, breaking and shedding old layers of yourself, it's it's like a death of the older self, a death of the ego. And then you feel out of it. You feel tired. You just feel like so much. And ultimately, you're going to notice yourself going, raising the consciousness, raising your intuition, your intelligence. You're going to be a lot smarter, more aware. Your clairvoyance, your clairs are going to activate. However, you get this like tiredness, this exhaustedness, this like you get a lot of symptoms and nauseous and tired, and whether it's solar flare activity, if that's something you're aware about, whether it's just difficult times, whether it's just feeling the emotions of other people. You walk in a room and it's like, oh gosh, what did I walk into? I wish I never walked in there, right? Um, and you get all this stuck up energy, and you're just trying to navigate everyday life. It's too difficult. You can't work the 9 to 5 anymore. You can't work a job. How do we navigate? The number one thing we have to do is to shift our focus. We need to shift our focus and not leak any energy out. Number one is awareness, right? Like being aware of everything. But the second thing is just not leaking out your energy. Anything that's triggering you, pissing you off, anything like that, that's just stuff you have to work on. That's shadow work you have to do. And trust me, that's years and years and years. Most of it doesn't have to be, you don't have to spend so much time on it. Sometimes awareness alone of something triggering you will just heal it alone, especially as you level up. You don't have to spend so much time and so much time meditating just to calm yourself down. You might eventually pick up on just some simple breathing techniques, right? If you are struggling with your nervous system struggling, definitely check out my course. I have a full-blown course so you can heal up. But trust me, there's a lot of things. So awareness, and not feeding anything, right? Don't feed anything like the fear. Don't be consuming the fear. Watch what you're consuming. Watch what you're tuning into. Are you someone who's watching a lot of videos online? Like too many, Schumann videos, too much, things going, like all this is too much. You gotta live life. So again, number two, that consumption, where your energy is being leaked, this is a killer. So now that we're not leaking our energy and our focus is on us, now we need to be present. So I think a lot of people are going to struggle with navigating ascension because they associate everything that they're going through with symptoms. They look at everything as a side effect. They look at things and say, "Oh, whatever I'm going through, it sucks, it's tough." There's no, "Oh, it's shedding, it's clearing so that there's room for growth." It's, "Oh, I'm like this. Oh, I feel like this." You keep associating yourself with that. And then there becomes a fear. And I think a lot of people are scared when they see this, the big solar flares, the Schumann spike, right? Your nervous system alone is not safe when seeing this sort of content online, right? Maybe you're associating with fear, maybe you're associating with something different. So everything that you're associating with your spirituality, the changes in the Schumann, the solar activity, with the people around you, maybe you're associating everything as wrong and bad and tough and whatever it is. You need to associate it and change the mentality, change your perspective and belief, because a lot of people just see everything as doom and gloom and tired and out of it. When's it going to stop? When's the ascension going to stop? And all that stuff, right? You need to change your mind and say, oh, I could pick up on anything. I could sense any energy. I know who the hell to stay away from when I walk in the room. I know someone needs some help here. I know someone needs light. I have light. You need to know and start to value yourself again, because maybe you don't value yourself as much as you used to. You just see yourself as a sponge, not as a crystalline light rock, lighthouse, light something, something big, beautiful. Maybe you're seeing yourself as something else. And when you start to see yourself as something else, and maybe there's some programming work, this alone, you got to work on it. Because a lot of people, this is the big thing, I think a lot of people are, not seeing themselves as they should. So the beliefs, the mind is the big thing here. This is the juice, right? So again, when you're not feeding anything, your energy, and you maintain your energy, you change your focus, you change the internals, and again, that's number 2. Number 3 is just sitting with it in presence and just meditating and understanding everything that comes up, understanding it and sitting with it, observing it, focusing your energy to heal. So this is big number 3, is just being uncomfortable with it and just, I don't know if I want to say acknowledging it, don't see it like, oh, it needs to go away. No, maybe you gotta sit through it. What's it teaching you? What's happening? What are you feeling every single time? Are you just getting pissed off every day? Right? That's something we gotta work on. We gotta change the routines. Then it comes down to also like nutrition and things like that. So this is important as well. When it comes to the diet, everybody's gonna have a different diet, so you have to just respect your body and go with the flow. There's no specific diet. It's whatever works for you. Eating certain kind of foods, certain places, this, that. You're kind of constantly change your diet. Everybody does change their diet multiple times, and especially us on the spiritual journey. I feel like a lot of people change what they eat sometimes. So, you might have to change it up. Dolores Cannon even talked about going liquids for some time. Everybody's different. You go through those periods, I think. So yes, and you want to get as many electrolytes, the sodium, the magnesium for sleep and muscles and everything like that. Calcium is important. Sodium, and don't load up too much on salt, but gotta get that salt in. Potassium's good for energy and testosterone, if I'm not mistaken. Zinc for immunity. You're gonna want it all. You're gonna want it all. Copper, everything. You want as much stuff as you can get, as much nutrition. Don't load up on pills and multivitamins. Get everything naturally in your diet. So ultimately, you're going to want to, definitely get nutrition, but you also got to prioritize your sleep. You want to prioritize that sleep. You're going to want to get the best quality sleep you can get. Sleep is going to be your rest. A lot of us, we hate rest because if we feel like, okay, that's enough rest, like we got to do things, we got to live life, right? We can't be too stagnant, or we feel guilty for resting too much. Sometimes you're going to have to rest it up. And yeah, just being outside and grounding as much as you can. Get a grounding mat if it's too hard and it's winter and whatever it is in your situation. Like ultimately just do the best you can. Like get your energy up, relax, meditate. Every day gotta be a great day, and really just see how your life changes. It's not easy to navigate, but trust me, there's a lot of things that are sucking the crap out of our energies. When we get rid of that and we focus on this on our vessel, our energy, then again, we stop it from leaking. We work with what we have. That's it. I hope this video helps you out. I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone who's been watching. So appreciative. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Um, it is not a tough. It is a tough period we're in, but we are a lot tougher than that. So we can do this. Believe in yourself, because that's going to be key here. So ultimately, so you gotta stop leaking your energy. You gotta stop feeding any programs, matrix, whatever it is, beliefs and nonsense out there and other people. You gotta focus on yourself. Work with your own energy. Relax, take it easy, nourish your body, rest, everything. You're gonna be good. Thank you for watching.